Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad matatag! Lakad matatag!
Normally.
Have a plan. How will they go about their opponent's draft? Because
Low enough that she cannot play the lane properly. Top lane
yeah,
though.
Mars is losing quite a bit of HP here. I mean, only Maestro, sorry, was on the chase, but he did not get much. Meanwhile, on the bot side, though, we do have a kill coming down from the... Not will die in this lane. But yeah, what? He just denied himself, right? I mean, he gave himself to the Skyrim.
He wanted to die. He wanted to die.
Has to stay lane, and here comes the stun, though, and it should be killed here. Bulwark does not help this much of to Moss here, and the Ignite or Fire Blast even will come back up surely, and actually it's not quite enough as he does have the Fairy Fire, and now the tables have turned and the Maestro will die.
And he's actually harassing him quite a lot. The Mockingbird Alchemist needs to be very careful here.
And he is not careful enough. He did know that there is mana for the Waning Rift for sure. Maybe he was not expecting the bug to go for this as the wave was crashing onto her. And it seems like that's just pretty much in control for the side of the Radiant, but it's actually not as the Skywrath is getting ganged up upon. Meanwhile, on the top side, we did have a kill on the TA. I did not see that one coming, but still, it is there. And the TA dying there was actually pretty much expected, as she was not doing that fine before that. And now it seems like Madeto does have
Continued forcing the issue in the top lane, and I have to say Koropatic had a little bit of luck there with the Harpy creeps. He has 2 of them, and it's just impossible to play against it.
Yeah, Juggernaut got the kill on the bot side. We do have quite a lot of interactions coming down in the lane.
Mid lane.
Mid lane, yes, we do have a fight breaking out. Here comes the Buck. Buck is a bit too deep. He does have the mana for the Illusionary Orb, and this will be a kill on the Alchemist. That's something that the HF needed. But here comes the Madeto, and everybody's out of mana here, and this could be a disaster for the HF. They did get the Alchemist, but they can lose much more than that. Barely getting away. Dawnbreaker just goes back in, I do believe. Yes, she does throw an additional... Yes, Skyrim's Mage will get away here without any problem. Ancient Seal is so long. He knew for a fact that he can just TP out. Mid lane, though, we do have an action coming in, and that's the Alchemist dead yet again. It's pretty late TP from the Madeto, but actually he does bring down the puck and does not look half as bad as I was expecting, it turns out. Certainly is a good thing, but risking something for it certainly is not. Mars is actually catching lots of damage into this fight. The Dream Coil did mighty fine work there, and there was no way that the Mars could have survived that one. Meanwhile, on the bot side, though, we did have a kill for the Retsu. He did...
Violent is in trouble.
Yes, the fight breaks out, and the Violent using the Blade Fury will get away. But the Blade Fury is still as strong as it was once I was playing. But yeah, we can see that the arena is put down, and the Snapfire will not survive through this one, as well as Maestro. Both of the supports on the side of the
enemy heroes.
Yeah, HF are quite low in mana though, and an extended fight will most likely result in them failing the fight. And 37 did see beforehand that their opponents are moving towards the Rosh pit, and the fight is about to break out for real. They did lose the Ogre Mage beforehand, but still, yeah, they will just retreat. There is no way that they can just stay there in the Rosh pit. They do need an angle to contest it, and they will just resort to poking down, maybe scare away the YNT. The smoke is being popped in order if there is any additional vision, so nobody is seen, but the arena is back up, and now the Snapfire is in big trouble. She is regenerating like madman because of the Dawnbreaker's ultimate, but the pack is already down, and without the pack, it will not look half as great. Here comes the buyback from him, and now it probably is the time for the YNT to go away and just reset there. I don't think that they do have quite a lot of chances staying there on the high line, supposing her team as much as she can. The Roche is not being done by any of the sides, but never finally the HF are moving in. But will they be enough? And here comes the Ancient Seal. Ancient Seal and the Mystic Flare is just enough to bring the bug down. He does not have the buyback. The Aegis goes into the hand of the Dawnbreaker, and the fight continues on as the Dawnbreaker is reluctantly going in. Dying there, and here comes the Mars, who is dead. And now the HF did secure this fight, and this looks like a very optimal in Alchemist, and the major fight is about to break out, I do believe. Madeto is walking in, and here comes the Ancient Seal, and there's no way the Ogre Magi will get out of this one. Dawnbreaker ultimate did help him survive for quite a long time here, and the Dawnbreaker is going a bit too deep, but it actually works out quite fine because of the big AP, and now the fight is quite equal here. TA is out of position though, and she's being focused down, and that's something that you want to see on the side of the YNT. They do lose the Skywrath Mage. Instead though, there was a bit too much resources invested into bringing down the TA, but it still works out quite fine. The ultimate is still up on the Alchemist, and he's cooking up the bottle to finish up the job and clear out this fight. There was a bloody brawl. You don't want to face this casualty. Maybe like some kind of bubbles, like the refractions ones, enhancing the attack speed, enhancing the attack damage at the same time, but being support and not a core would be extremely nice. Skywrath Mage was lost. I'm not sure even where, but yeah, Retsu does get the kill on Kuropathic here, and this is not looking as great for the side of YNT. Losing two heroes like this, but maybe the base of the Juggernaut is there, and the YNT are quickly to follow and save their core. And the Dawnbreaker is getting stunned. The BKB was not popped in time. It was popped last second. It's just not enough. Chen will be the one surviving, but the Violent is getting double kill here. That's a quite weak response from the HF. That's something you don't want to do against that.
There you have the Blade Fury, you have the Shard. There's no reason to do it but fight in the back lines.
Yeah, and the fight is not looking great for the HF yet again. The Puck was lost. He does have the buyback, and the Alchemist does have his ultimate coming back up in just a couple of seconds. He does use it, and he goes for the chase onto the Dawnbreaker, but the bottle is being used. He does have the Blink Dragger, and the Orchard is being popped on top of it, and Dawnbreaker does have the BKB, but it will not help him to get away, so he refuses to use it, because, yeah, it would not be as useful. And now the buybacks has to be forced by Wine. Buybacks as soon as possible.
Interesting decision from the Dawnbreaker, knowing he has a buyback. He didn't want to pop the BKB, so he accepted his death. But now they're gonna have to use it. Let's see if HF can actually defend this one.
Yeah, Violent is just overextended a tiny bit, knowing for a fact that he does have the Aegis. I'm not sure what the Alchemist was thinking there. He did not have the BKB, and he just went all in to eat every single stun the HF had at their hands, but still, it does look mighty fine for the side of the YNT. They do advance quite rapidly into this fight, and Violent is just unstoppable. He's being violent, he's bringing the violence down, and he's getting this kills and getting these buybacks out of the HF, and now the HF at a very vulnerable point. Losing the fight now will result in them losing the game pretty much, and the Violent is not looking to stop anytime soon. The Blade Fury is popped, the Puck is trying to get away, he's on the chase for the Skywrath Mage, but the Skywrath Mage is a bit too fast for him to catch due to the fact having the Blink Dagger. The Mass is being caught down though, and the HF do retaliate into this fight and do bring the Violent down finally.
Yep, it looked pretty bad for HF at one point there. They bought back on...
They will have the time to push out the lane and get things done. Okay, Alchemist, he's a bit too deep. He does pop his BKB, but will it be enough? Actually, the Skywrath Mage does his job just fine. The Puck is being caught out and not being a problem anymore. Alchemist is quickly to change his targets, and the Retsu will get away with the TP, but the Puck will not be around with the Ogre Magi for another 100 seconds, and that's something that the HF and do have a slow approach towards ending this game.
Violent had a different idea. I think his idea was good, but the rest of the team just wanted to be safe. I guess that's fine. In the Dota world, you've probably lost so many games, but anyways, before we finish off that thought, there's gonna be a fight breaking out.
Snapfire is lost beforehand. That's not the
Maestro
to be, and yeah, and Maestro just walked into the Violent. That was just... But yeah, the same is done by the Skywrath Mage though. It's just like a gentleman's move at this point. They just walk into that without like thinking a lot of much about it. Violent does get a good catch onto the Retsu. Retsu does pop his BKB. Violent is quick to change his targets, and the BKB is not doing much for the Dawnbreaker there, and the game is pretty much over. This is just a GG. There's no way the HF bring this one back, and yeah, this is the end of the game number 1.
Yeah, I like the decision from the TA, at least in that fight.
Everybody is just annoyed with the fact, but considering
farm unless 37 can stop the pull.
Yeah, and it just proves that, oh, you clock top lane. We do have the first blood coming in. Maestro is quick to get a kill on the Madeto. I just couldn't. And meanwhile, on the bot side, we do have a short exchange coming in, and 37 could, I think, yeah, he did overextend here. He did not have to go for these cogs, and this just proved to be a fatal mistake for him. Meanwhile, on the top side, Kuropatic did get the kill on the Master. Yes, Sean. Top lane, we do have a fight breaking out, and Viper is dying yet again, and Tiny is not helping him much here, as he is quite squishy early on into the game. There is not a lot of points.
Visage, so I'm quite happy that he got it right now, but in the end, Visage ended up not having that bad of a lane. In terms of gold, yes, but in terms of experience, he got there pretty fast. So now actually the Visage is a threat even to the Tiny.
We do have a kill coming down on the Alchemist, and that's something the YNT did a lot.
Doing just that.
Yeah, HF do have be extended. The smokes are being popped, and the moves are towards the top side. They do want to get the Retsu. Oh, what? Why did she move in the curve? I don't get it. Doesn't she? Isn't she supposed to like jump on top of someone and jump off side? And now he's owner of the both side jungle. The PL is farming there for now, but that's just because Timbersaw decides to go for the wave and shove this one in as well. And the fine mid lane is breaking out. The Enchantress is surely to fall, and look how quickly YNT just fall back. They don't mind losing the clockwork. He's on the level.
Really fight with him, but he would love to join at the tail end of the fight to get some kills. Still, the Mars is actually getting way too many kills going away.
Yes, and the Wrinkle is even used, but actually, it's not too bad looking for the side of the HF, because Timbersaw is looking unkillable here. He's just getting the damage in, and they do get 2 kills in return. I think Visage was a bit overextended here, but yeah,
in trouble.
Mandetto will get away. Yeah, that's
happening. YNT, they're farming. Violent didn't go for a diffusal, so at least his farm is gonna be okay, but I don't know when the timing of the PL is. Even if you would get a Manta Heart, do you go for maybe Manta Skadi and try to kill the Alchemist? A problem. They want for you though.
They do go for him. No Dream Coil is being used. And he got a BKB, and the BKB is popped, and now he's turning. The ultimate is there. Marcy will not survive this one, which got actually denied by the neutrals. And actually, the fight did look quite nice for the YNT up until now, as the 37 is getting caught here. Puck will be surely getting away. I think forcing out the ultimate out of the Alchemist and the BKB. Violence is getting caught on the top side, barely has any chances to get away, and does not even get one, as he will be tried to save by the Archie. He is saved. Marcy is doing mighty fine work here, and the turning has begun. A lot of damage is coming in, but yet not enough. The sustain on the side of the HF, this is the team fight they want to go for. This is the team fight. When the YNT cannot get away, this is where they struggle. They will just get picked apart. They cannot do much if they don't have the coasting damage as you. So.
Oh, now Alchemist in some trouble?
Yes, he is, but the BKB is there though. And the BKB will surely make a great work. He will just walk away, but without the BKB, he's kind of out of the threat. This fight continues on, as the Tiny is a bit too far in. He was a bit too far in. The Dream Coil did do mighty fine work, so we will be falling next to as well as for you, I would say, but the damage is not enough. They cannot get into the fight. The thing is, the Mockingbird and the Madeto, they do have to stay quite far away, and this is where they struggle. Without them being too close into the fight, they cannot do the damage that they... He didn't go back in, and I think he could be useful there.
Tiny needs to be a little bit more careful, but the fight is still going on. It's not over.
Yeah, it's not over. The chase goes on, and the Viper is yet another victim of the puck. And here comes the Violent with not too much of an impact. The stun is there. Here comes the Doppelganger, but that's not enough. He will just die to a Q of the Timbersaw. That's a bit too much damage for the Violent to stand, and he does need some sort of defense item in order to participate in this kind of fighting, and he does not have them for now.
They're still chasing. They still want more.
Yeah, they still want more. Sorry, I was not focused, but the focus is the Proletary, as he does get the triple kill out of this interaction. Jesus Christ, it looks for me like it stops. I don't understand how you can tell the fight is not stopped.
A little bit, get a few kills maybe going my way just to secure it a bit, and oh, nicely done for more of that though, but just not good enough.
Yeah, he did stay behind the tree, but he didn't know that the soul was there. It's not as good as I thought it would sound, but yeah.
Chances to get this one back, but it's still giving a chance to the enemies, and you don't want that.
Yeah, Viper is a victim once again, but he's the only one dying on the side of the HF. The rest of the HF are here now, and it does not look great for the side of the YNT. They cannot do damage, and the BKB is about to run out on the side of the PL, and the PL will be in big trouble. For you, does have his ultimate on the cooldown for the next 20 seconds, and there's a bit too much invested on the side of the YNT. They did get the Viper, but to the extent of 4 ultimates, and now they're not getting as much. Actually, the only problem that the HF do have right now is that they lost Tiny, and actually it does look pretty good for the YNT. I forgot about the movement speed of this composition. They're just rolling down. You cannot get away from this one.
The right build to go up against the Alchemist. I'm loving what he did with this one.
Yeah, Timbersaw is caught out. Will it be enough? Because he is quite durable, but look at the damage from the PL. She's just melting him down. And that's 1 point of an advantage, and the Viper is getting caught once again. The
He's gonna destroy them all of the PL.
Yes, and he's just going in, and he's having time of his life. He's just right-clicking everybody. A small downtime of a stun, but this surely will not be enough. He will try and save his bike, Buck, and look at the Alchemist. Alchemist, even without the BKB, without the BKB, is not a threat anymore, and the HF are losing this one badly. As they are banging back, they're not achieving anything here, and everybody's falling apart, and the YNT are going down with 2-0 in this one.
Yeah, it does seem like it. HF have 0 buybacks. They're just gonna call GG. There is no way they just lost this game. Violent, he's a genius. He's a genius with the build. Really, this is whenever I see a PL against an Alchemist, from now on, I'm gonna be expecting this build.